So I'm just at this very beautiful place here. So while I was here, I met a group of people and they asked me to take some photos of them. So they really appreciated it because one of them came back to me and said, oh, you know what, thank you so much for taking those photos because they are so beautiful. And we're just here with a group of school friends, and this man is in his 60s. He said one of their friends made quite a lot of money, you know, as a businessman here in Switzerland, and he hired a bus and paid for accommodation for them to come and tour around, you know, Geneva. So they're just going around on a tour. So I found that story quite touching, you know, how many people remember where they came from. So I thought this was just something beautiful to share today. So this venue here is used for multiple events as well. So if you want to know where it is, I'll probably maybe post it on my TikTok and show you more of Switzerland as I go around and drive around and just see the beautiful place. I'm just at this very, very interesting property here. It's called Chateau De Bossey. So just a bit of some history about this property. When I was inside, of course, there were quite a lot of Bibles. You could see, you know, things from, I'll say maybe some Christian little bits and bobs. So I was wondering why. So I thought I should just find out a little bit about it. So the Bishop of Geneva apparently gave this property to the Abbey of Beaumont, in whose possession it remained until the Reformation, which is quite interesting actually. So later on, Lord of Jacques gave the abbey the villa and labor to which he was entitled from his possessions in Devon as alms in the perpetuity, so that the monks might cultivate the lands of Voncee and Bogis and other properties in the neighborhood. Quite interesting. So Bossey was at that time above all a wine producing property. Okay, so a Beaumont inventory of 1485 says Bossey consisted of the house with land, okay, compromising about 30 acres of vineyards on the lakeside, okay, and some farmland, which over there is still some farmland which I saw. So this is quite actually interesting. So the history goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So apparently Mademoiselle Anne Francoise, wife of Michael Jean Simmons, a businessman from the Netherlands, retired from the French Alps, not Alps actually, French stage after 20 years, having shared, okay, it goes on, and bought this property in Bossey, right? So during this period, Bossey received many guests, including some of the former guests of Copet, which was now closed, among from them many other things. The story goes on. So this property dates back from 1125. This history is from 1125. So it goes on now to where we are. Then 2004, it says renovation of the libraries and all these things went on. Bossey was bought by several people and it's exchanged so many hands. So this is just a brief history of Bossey. I'll bore you with the history.